and we are the live show, Friends Stream Sports. We hope everyone is doing well out there, and we hope everyone is doing a little bit better than our collective uh, technology has been treating us so far this evening. Rutledge, what are your
Yeah.
thoughts on technology?
Oh, we have definitely had very much like a show must go on approach to tonight. I think 15 minutes late is probably one of the latest we've ever started. What do you think?
Yeah, it's been this is a tough one for sure, but I think due to Madden having a pretty big time update and our Zoom show capabilities just not really working for us. We're going to play a little FIFA 21 here, and we're just going to chat some sports. We're going to play two quick games of FIFA 21, and we're just going to see what happens.
Yeah, okay, if you're gonna play FIFA, since I don't have it, I want to pick the teams.
Okay.
And this is gonna be Connor. You played a lot of FIFA. I've seen you do pretty well. So we're gonna start with some CONCACAF qualifying, and I want to see you play United States against Mexico.
Ooh, I like that one. All right. I
So
like
let's
that.
put that one out there
Uh,
on the docket.
I like that. Team management. Let's see. You always gotta check the team management because you've got like Miles Robinson here, which I'd like to play him, and I'll probably. Oh yeah. And then we want Timmy Weah. All right, we've got an interesting setup here, but I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm
All
okay
right.
with this. I'm okay with this setup. Let's see. Game settings. Let's go. Let's go legendary. I like it.
Okay, don't let me down here.
I got a whole nation on my shoulders, so we're just gonna see what's happening. And Rutledge, what's interesting as the MLB playoffs get to the business end of these playoffs. There's a lot of teams that have whole cities and even whole states on their shoulders.
Definitely the state that wishes they had more on their shoulders is the state of Florida because the Tampa Bay Red Sox got or the Tampa Bay Rays got knocked out by the Boston Red Sox, and to me what is surprising into that series, Tampa Bay had been so dominant all year long and really kind of pulling away with that division, but just couldn't get it done as they played a division rival. So to me, that stings more when you played a team that you played on and on and on and on, and then now you get into the nitty gritty of October, and it just sort of falls down at the end. So the Red Sox are going to get ready to go and get ready to play in the championship series. They got a place in Houston, the always controversial Houston Astros now.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's very. That was a very. I think the AL side of the bracket has had more drama in it than the NL for sure, right? You've had a very a very lively series there. Well, the wild card itself, one game Yankees Red Sox. Like, what could be better than that? And then also you have the right off the woodwork there, Mexico coming in hot. Then you have the White Sox, not being able to get it done against the Astros, kind of against all odds. And definitely you're going to have a villain, which I think is a very good thing to have in sports.
There's not a lot of sports to where there's a more villainous team like there are teams in baseball. I think because it's so rooted in tradition that to have a villain rise, it feels like a movie. It's sad to see the Chicago White Sox fall in a 3-1 loss as they really seem to be on path to make their way for a World Series. A 3-1 series loss, but the villain that is the Houston Astros taken away. We're not going to call it America's team, but I feel like America likes to get behind the Red Sox when the Red Sox are good in the playoffs. Wouldn't you say so, Connor?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. It's I think that we liked the Red Sox in 2004 because they were like the Cubs. They were the lovable losers. I think that when they started winning, kind of the sheen wore off a little bit, and they kind of got some of that Patriots vibe. But the Red Sox, I think for sure, are going to be the team folks are rooting for going into this ALCS because let's be honest, no one wants to see the Houston Astros get to another World Series and this time do it somewhat a little more clean than before.
Somewhat. But then, of course, there's more drama today as we figure out what is the National League Series going to look at. Both the Giants and the Braves have a 2-1 lead in Atlanta right now. National League game 4. It is tied 4-4, top of the 7th, 1 out. So huge inning right here going on in Atlanta as they get. Hopefully this settles out. I know living up here and working in the Georgia area, they don't like to, in the state of Georgia, they no longer like to talk about how good teams are doing in the playoffs. It's a big hold your breath thing. So we're all waiting with anticipation. But I know there was not a lot of chatter about the Braves in the playoffs around here. Nobody wants to talk about it.
Yeah, it's definitely the Braves. Well, don't the Braves actually kind of have the only championships in Atlanta based off of that '96 team?
Yes, the team of the 90s, as they were called, has one championship. As in most areas, when there's a dynasty, given New England with the Patriots, they have many championships, but they have just one. So, hoping the Braves can make a championship appearance, trying to push for that World Series bid.
That would be pretty fun for the Braves to be in there. As definitely growing up in the '90s, I think that we have. There's always the Braves were kind of that NL team that folks, kind of had a hard time with. And I think that, we are seeing the Braves sort of resurge a little bit. We see, I don't know if you saw this, but I guess the game last night, Chipper Jones tried to catch a fly ball that was hit out of bounds and missed it. So Chipper Jones not showing the glove work. Maybe if he would have been a little bit better on the glove, the Braves could have had a few more World Series titles.
Oh, you don't ever talk bad about Chipper Jones out here. He's a treasure. He is an absolute treasure.
Well, I mean, he's a treasure, but he's a treasure that, missed a pop-up.
Yeah. I saw Chipper Jones once. He was at an event I was at Georgia Southern. We were in the same room. He looked like exactly what you would think he would. A baseball player who knew he was better than everybody. But
nice.
That's Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones went to Jacksonville Bulls High School. So
nice.
the team that ended my high school football career.
Because you lost.
Because we lost. So Bull, there's many a team that ended their high school football playing careers at the hands of Jacksonville Bulls and did that also Bulls baseball. Bulls was pretty much really good at all the sports, but no, I think as it relates to the NL side of the bracket, the big story that we're trying to really see here is just how good are these Giants of San Francisco and how far can the Giants go as they are kind of taking it to the Dodgers right now.
Definitely. They played tonight. Get ready for game number 4 in the series. San Francisco leads it 2-1. Game is in Los Angeles. But this game doesn't surprise me that these two teams, which battled all year long, are now battling themselves out in order to put their way into the World Series. Even though I'm a big Braves fan, I think this series right here is going to be really propelling the team to battle in the National League Championship for that World Series. Whoever wins out of Milwaukee and Atlanta is really the underdog going into the NLCS.
Oh, absolutely. And, I think the bad thing for the Dodgers, right, is they've just been hurt all year, right? They just haven't been able to put it together, get that good team cohesion, been very, very hurt. So I think that, all credit goes to the Giants, right? They just played the teams in front of them. But, you always like to see good on good. And kind of stinks that the Dodgers were as kind of banged up as they've been throughout the year. And maybe they could have had a little bit more juice about them had there been a few less injuries. And maybe there needs to be a little bit more juice here in my soccer match, as this legendary Mexican side is really taking it to me.
I'm a little disappointed in what I'm seeing, Connor. When I've watched our shows when you play FIFA, when I'm not here, you're doing a lot better. But 2-0 right now in the first half. That's That's a lot of olays against you.
Very much so. Well, legendary. I don't think it's usually I get excited when I score a goal on legendary. So when I play the level right below legendary, I can actually do all right. But it's always fun to get a good game of it here and you know try to sharpen my skills on the old FIFA machine. But
Here on Friends Stream Sports, you don't come for the video games, you come for the friendship.